Hello, my fellow citizens of the 7th universe. My name is Player2 if you wish to be Pacific, and welcome back once again to the Naruto Boruto, the next generation's review for this week, or the previous week, because apparently I didn't post a video and I completely forgot about it. I didn't really forget about it. I just had so many videos already pre-done that I wasn't able to actually do a video for this, which makes me upset because I didn't even have time to actually watch the episode because I've just been so busy. So I apologize in advance for that, but don't worry. Don't worry, my friends. We are golden. We are absolutely golden. Now, today's, or last week's episode was a kind of an interesting one. It was full of funnies. It was full of, action. This one had more action than the previous episodes, which made me happy. Because this episode was focused between, like, a little fight between the boy side and the girl side. It's like one of your typical class feud type things. When you were in elementary school, you always thought that the girls were icky. And if you were a girl, you always thought the boys were idiots. Because obviously that's just how school works. Obviously, if that didn't happen, they all work together right off the bat, that'd be an interesting one. But yeah, so today the episode was focused around that. At first, it was focused around summoning jutsus, where you saw Konohamaru. He decided to summon up a toad, and everyone's like, "Why can't I do that? I want to summon a toad." Or all the guys are just like, yeah, we want something scary. We want to scare our enemies. And the girls are like, oh, I want a cat or a dog because it would be so cute. Yeah, so that's actually kind of funny. I mean, kind of typical. But, like, as well, Boruto decides to, the amount of times I'm going to confuse those two names. They're so similar. Why did they do that? Boruto decides to try to steal Konohamaru's scroll that he summoned the toad in. Tries to summon his own toad, then realizes he can't because he has to sign it in blood. Yeah, so as weird as that is, he wasn't able to actually do it. Makes him all sad and everything like that. Now, after that, there is a feud between the boys and the girls. SARADA and Boruto both have a little feud going on, which is like, there hasn't been that many interactions between the two characters, actually, so this one is probably like the biggest interaction between them we've gotten so far this anime so far. And the interaction between them, always they get on each other's nerves, they get really, really upset, and you could totally see the Naruto Sasuke culture together. Like, you could totally see it together. Like, they just want to bicker at each other, they just want to hate each other, but they all just do that just because they're kids. I mean, if once they get older, I don't know if that's going to continue, especially since the Sarada has Sakura side to her. I don't think that we're going to be seeing her turn bad anytime soon, so that's pretty good. Also, during this time as well, Konohamaru talks to Shino about the class. They're just like, yeah, you've had, yeah, this season, I mean, this generation, it's a peaceful generation, but there's always bickering about who will be the best ninja, because you were part of that as well. So, Shino, instead of punishes everybody for starting a fight later on, he decides to make his own fight and his own rules, which is actually kind of cool. And that was the premises of this episode between boys versus girls, where there's almost like, there's like no rules, just don't kill each other, just don't really hurt each other that much. It's the first one to get to the flags on top of the school tower, and yeah. It's kind of weird, in my opinion, that during this fight, they all fight within the school. I'm surprised that they didn't resort to just climbing the school, because a couple of them, I think a couple of them would know how to control their chakra. Or, couldn't just, Size Kid, can you just, like, make a bird to fly him up to the top of the school? He didn't have to go through it all. Or Boruto could have just used shadow clones to slingshot him up to a higher floor right off the bat. I mean, whatever. It's not, I mean, or anything like that. And since that, Chocho's daughter has the ability to just, like, have, like, a giant fist. Couldn't they just make a giant fist to, like, punch a hole in the side of the school for everybody to go in? I don't know. Whatever. There's a lot in the fight that you could just been, like... They could have done it a lot smarter, but they're kids. So, I mean... They probably just like thinking, they're probably just like, oh, we just gotta get there. They're just not thinking. I mean, they're just kids. If this was like, say, Naruto and Sasuke and like his generation doing the same exact task, and if I saw them running through the school without using any ninjutsu, I would be kind of worried. So during this fight, a lot of the guys are just getting absolutely destroyed right off the bat. Every single exchange between the boy and the girls, the boys lose at least one member. You could see how Metal Lee gets really shy, can't fight. Denki gets beat up because he can't do anything ninjutsu wise, and just in general, every single person just gets absolutely mowed down. And the girls are just like, what you doing? Doing the cracking the knuckles thing, just staring at them and stuff like that, which is kind of funny. But yeah, so at later on, the three boys, which is Sai's son, Shikamaru's son, and Boruto, they're all together and trying to figure out a way of beating the girls, because the girls have them outnumbered by about like 10. Like 10-3 right now, and the boys decide to have Boruto finally climb the side of the building, and also he grabs a summoning jutsu scroll in the meantime. Now during this fight, he's actually able to climb the school with relative ease, and at the same time, the boys are able to distract the girls for a little bit. But then one of the girls, apparently, who I thought is the most adorable one, now one of the adorable ones, is obsessed with explosions. So she got explosive stuff, blew a hole in the wall that they couldn't go through, and then Boruto decides to use a summoning scroll. Now, he should not be able to summon anything. As you know, Naruto was able to summon a little tiny tadpole when they first started. So it's kind of funny that he's doing that, and then Boruto decides to do a summoning thing, and it's ridiculously huge. Now, I'm not entirely certain what it is. People could probably write to me down in the description below exactly what that monstrosity is. It looked like a half-ape type thing, but it's got like a tail that can that's like a snake type thing. So I have no idea what that is. Also, what the heck is that doing in the school? Why is there a scroll that can do that inside the school? Why do you need scrolls like that? I mean, I guess for like safety precautions, just in case the village is overrun by like some sort of opposing threat. But like, why do you need those type of summoning scrolls inside the school? It's not worth it. It's not worth it at all. So Boruto summons this giant thing, and it's just like it sends Chojo across the freaking screen, and Boruto and the rest of the group are have to save her from her impending doom, which Konohamaru actually has to Rasengan the crap out of the monstrosity that Boruto summoned. And also everybody's Konohamaru was wondering how the heck he was actually able to summon something like that with the amount of chakra that's in his body right now. I mean, he has absolutely no idea. That none of them know how much chakra are inside their body, but like, that's ridiculous. Like, just the fact that he's actually able to summon that, and actually the fact that he's able to summon that, plus be able to walk around without having like that much of a problem, seems to be crazy. Because if you use up too much chakra, you're just weak, you're tired and everything. But he summons this giant thing, which supposedly is supposed to take a buttload of chakra, and he just walks away perfectly fine. So how much chakra does Boruto have like saved up that he just does not realize? Apparently it's a lot, and no one knows just how much it is. But before the episode ends, the girls actually won the exchange because the flag flew over to them in the giant explosion caused by the Boruto summoning thing, and the girls and guys get together, and they're all like friends. They're all friends after. They're all like, let's go get burgers after this. Thank you for saving Chojo and everything like that. Like, you sacrificed your lives to save her life, that type of stuff. And everybody's happy. They all were happy at the end of the day, which makes me feel like it's not going to be happy that in the next couple of episodes. It's way too happy to be, to keep going. It's going to be bad soon, I think. It just can't be this happy forever. And right before the episode ends, we get to see Mitsuki. Now, people who don't know who Mitsuki is, it's the last figure at the end of the series, which I'm ending the episode, which I'm assuming it is, because it looks exactly like him, is dressed exactly like him, his hair is exactly like him. And if you do not know who Mitsuki is a synthetic human created by Orochimaru and his son. So yeah, it's a little bit ridiculous. I find that absolutely insane, in my opinion, that well, first off, Orochimaru just, like, you know, I just made a kid. I just made a human, just synthetically. I mean, Orochimaru has done some crazy stuff, so I can understand that he's able to make kids without, like, you know, the girl. So it's kind of crazy. But yeah, so we get to see him, but he doesn't do anything else. But it makes me feel like he's part of the reason why Boruto is able to summon something that big, because they like left like a big cliffhanger. Like Komohamaru says, why can Boruto summon that with the amount of chakra that he has? And then it shows Mitsuki. So I'm assuming that Mitsuki has something to do with that. That can't just be like a coincidence that they put those two scenes together. But it's we make you wonder. Maybe he's the reason why that there's like a purple figure flowing around and it's hipped to Denki and Metal Lee in the past. Maybe he's the reason why that's going on, because we still don't have an explanation as to why there's a purple hand going around and making a purple aura around people and making them all upset and stuff like that. We have to see exactly what that is, and I think it has to do something with him. But I think he's pretty much a good guy as well, because I mean he's in the title, he's in the outro, and if you're in the title and the outro as like a happy go-getter, you're good for at least right now. You're a good guy for now. So I think that he'll be a good guy, but he might be a little bit mysterious and stuff. But we'll have to see. But on that note, everybody, that's the end of the episode. That's the end of it. Everything is talked about in this episode. Now, what do you think is going to happen in the next episode? Because I think Mitsuki is going to be part of it. I'm assuming Mitsuki is going to be part of it, because they wouldn't just like foreshadow his face right before and not do anything about it. So it's kind of interesting to see what exactly is going to happen with him. What exactly is going to what's his role? He's going to be part of Boruto's team, but exactly what he's going to do, we'll have to see. Let me know that in the comments below, or you can @ me on Twitter, the owTreyalP, @owTreyalP, because I like talking about all anime stuff on there. And yeah, also Instagram, because Instagram is definitely a place where I post I'm going to try to post a lot more anime stuff for all that. But yeah, solid episode once again. I like the action, the animation. I didn't say the animation is top. I like it a lot. It's very fluent. It's very, there's not like any goofy scenes anywhere or anything that I can think of that much. But it's really good. I'm really liking it so far. And every single time I hear like the intro for Boruto, it makes me want to go out and like play like a Naruto game again, because I miss Naruto so much. But yeah, on that note, everybody, I am going to say thank you guys for joining once again, and I will be seeing you. I apologize in advance for the delay in this episode, but don't worry, we're getting back into it.